Scraper is a tool that allows users to query and retrieve data from websites using APIs without programming. Scraper provides a simple UI to query and retrieve data from any API it knows about, as well as a form-based UI to let anyone teach Scraper about a new API. When the user clicks on search, they will be able to browse existing websites that other users have added to Scraper. One of our user study participants, who is a non-programmer, was interested in getting makeup tutorials from YouTube that matches specific criteria that she's not able to identify through YouTube query box. Using Scraper, she can easily click on YouTube, search for the makeup brand, filter and order the videos by date to get the latest ones, and choose the number of videos she wants to retrieve. Once she gets the results, she can view the results in different ways. She can also choose the specific fields she is interested in. Once she's done, she can download the data as a CSV or JSON, get the code snippet, and save her query and possibly make it public and shared with other users, in which it will be listed under the dataset page. To make an API usable, someone needs to add it to Scraper. Our non-programmer participant was able to add the YouTube Search API in 7 minutes by going through these steps. To begin, the user provides the YouTube Search API URL, which can be found in the API documentation. The user must then describe relevant query and authentication parameters in the API. To assist them, Scraper gathers information about common API parameters by searching GitHub and the API Guru description repository and displays them in a table. This minimizes the effort of looking for the parameters in the API documentation. Scraper provides real-time feedback from querying the API to help the user detect errors. In this case, the user needs to provide a value for a required parameter. Another message will show up asking the user to sign up to get the API key value. Then, the user needs to enable that API under their Google account. Once the user provides all the required parameters, the response goes green, indicating that the user has successfully accessed the API, and the API returned results will be displayed on the right pane. The user then can remove the parameters that they don't need and add any additional ones that they care about. They can also choose to hide unimportant parameters from other users. Some APIs require authentication and/or header parameters. In the case of YouTube Search API, the authentication is the key that was provided as one of the parameters here. So we can skip the authentication section. From the response, the user can then choose the fields that they want to retrieve by searching for them in the right pane. The YouTube API returns 5 videos by default. To be able to get more results, the user needs to fill out the pagination section, which is optional. The user only needs to provide the parameter name and the type of pagination that the API supports. Before publishing the API for others to use, the user can preview their integration by clicking on the Review button. Once the user is done, they can publish the API by clicking on Add API to Scraper button. This API is added now, and other users can access it and query its data.